You know, you gotta feel bad for Messiah for quite a bit. Not only it is a second stride deck set, followed after one of the most overtuned stride deck sets we have ever received. The decks have some clunkiness that does kind of turn a lot of people off because of the fact that you need a locker. But this is one of the very few good example that I can give to Bushiro that right support will fix the deck, even if it is not gonna be a most meta deck in the format. And before we get to talk about the brand new support, we have to talk about why Messiah is problematic to begin with. For one, you do need a lot of blockers, Arrestor, Sacrifice, Clients, and of course the Vanguard Strike skill. If you cannot use any of these, the deck is generally significantly held back because some of the support that the deck has do require you to have a lock card on the field, which lead to a second problem that Messiah initially has. Its board is very sensitive because if you lose all those lockers, you can't do jack shit about it. So fortunately enough, the PR order fixed that issue for you by allowing you to superior call back any Messiah unit, aka the lockers.
Incredible.
So in general, Messiah over time has slowly but surely improved because of the fact that the deck ability to be able to search for more lockers are getting more and more consistent. But what if I say to you, they actually give not only the right support but a right new strike that actually played into the control part of the deck? Well, we have to start off with the double R first. I feel it's more appropriate this time round to talk about the strike later, as we have our fan favorite Lady Battler of the Black Dwarf. This unit has two skills where auto on Breakout Circle, Generation Break 1. When this unit attack, if you have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Messiah in its card name, choose one of the other rare card and that unit get 5k until end of turn. But at the end of that battle, lock this unit. This effect is mandatory. And then auto from drop Generation Break 3. When your G unit with only Link Joker for its clan is placed on Vanguard Circle, counter blast 1 and call this card to Rare Guard Circle.
Yes, I like that.
Yes, the timing is a little bit awkward, but the fact that you have a locker that does buff other rare card on top of the fact that it can call itself back from drop zone is really huge help. And yes, it does require counter blast to call it back, but fortunately enough we do have Sacrifice, which more or less will give you one counter charge every single time you do not have any counter blast to use anymore. So this is actually a perfectly fine cost in general. There's nothing much to talk about Lady Battler. It's just a fantastic card and a very strong self blocker that can self-revive. What more the deck can ask for? Well, a brand new strike. As we have Genesis Dragon, Transcell's Messiah. This unit has the same strike cost as Amnesty Messiah, but also additional skill where at Generation Break 3, when this unit attack a Vanguard, counter blast 1, unlock all of your lock cards, choose up to the same number of your opponent rare card as the number of face-up cards in your G-zone and lock them. Choose the same number of your rare card as the number of face-up Transcell Messiah in your G-zone and they get 5k until end of turn. Okay, so I'll have to say this first. The power plus 5k is very secondary because come on, the deck already hit quite high number to begin with, but what I would like you guys to pay attention to is the second part of the skill, the lock part. You see, Alter Ego Messiah has a strike skill where you can lock your own rare card to lock one of your opponent rare card to give your Vanguard additional 5k. So if you consider that as a part of the overall flow, this card actually works very well because it plays not only into the control aspect of the deck, allowing you to lock even more cards, but thanks to GB2 of Alter Ego, you can also draw even more cards with Transcell Messiah. And that is where the genius of this card lies. It doesn't do as much as Chronos Command in all fairness, but it does enough to actually make Messiah strong draw engine a little bit more consistent. And in all fairness, if you do run some of the other support like Deadly Ice Fishing
and the new effect fronts,
you should have enough soul to at least take advantage of these additional draws. So you still have to learn how to balance your energy and soul game, but overall I do think it is a great addition to a deck that unfortunately is 100% overshadowed by the strength object, as there is actually a weakness with this card. It is actually much worse than Kuro's Command as well as any other strike that we have so far for Messiah. And that kind of just boils down to the fact that this card force unlock every single card on the field. So for the unit that cannot self-lock itself like Arousal, you can't really lock it back afterward, which is also something that Messiah most likely will be getting in the future. And at the same time, as much as power plus 5k is not really a main focus, but come on man, I mean, are they trying to keep the meme alive? So maybe it's because of that fallacy effect, that's why we see this card in a much better light. What do you guys think? Do leave down the comments below on what you think about this new Messiah support. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, don't forget to clap that sub and become a member for some cool perks. And this is Mac Mechanic signing out.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.